Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. This is number 3 of our defenders, attackers and midfielders. We have done our attackers, we have done our midfielders, and now we are on to our much anticipated defenders list. So we will be ranking each of the defenders that pop up here next to me from GOAT to legendary to elite to great to bench level and finally to championship level. So let's get started then. Anyone I do rate, I want you to get involved in the comments and let me know where you would put them, whether you agree or disagree with where I rated them. But I'm doing this completely freehand. I've not prepared for where I'm going to put these players at all. So this is just based off of my instinct judgment. So take that from what you will and let's get started. So we will start with then none other than Rio Ferdinand. Probably will go down in history as one of Manchester United's best centre-backs. So I think it's unfair. It's just whether we put him in the GOAT section or the legendary section. But I think I am going to put Rio Ferdinand in the GOAT section. Let me know in the comments if you agree. We've started very, very quickly here with this video. Already, first player, I'm going to put them in the GOAT section because I think I've been a little bit too harsh in the previous videos. So Rio Ferdinand for me goes in the GOAT section. I wish we had Rio Ferdinand forever, but obviously we cannot do that. But he is one of them players that I feel like would have walked into any team, would be any team's probably most important player, and we were lucky enough to have him throughout the prime of his career. Next then, one of my favourite defenders of all time, Antonio Valencia. Now, he was one of my favourite defenders of all time when he played with us, just because of his passion, his talent, his aggression. He just knew what it was to be a Manchester United player. He knew how to play, he knew what to do, he had everything, he ticked every box. He could defend, he could attack, he had pace, he had strength. He was just an all-rounder. He really was an all-rounder. Do I think that he is a GOAT? No, I don't think he's a GOAT, because I feel like as a GOAT you need to be a legend of Manchester United and an all-round legend of your position as well. So I don't think that he goes in the GOAT section for me. Do I think that he will go down as a Manchester United legend? I don't think so. I think he is a legendary... He's a great player in a legendary team, I would say. So even though I will have bias towards Antonio Valencia because he was one of my all-time favourite players, I will be putting him in the elite section for today. Nemanja Vidic. Now this is... I would be doing Nemanja Vidic a disservice if I could put him in anything other than GOAT. I think he potentially could be one of the best centre-backs the Premier League has ever seen, especially in this generation. So in his generation, I will be putting him in GOAT. Some people might not agree with that. Some people would drop him into legendary, but for me, he is a GOAT of his position. So, and I think we struggle to find centre-backs like Nemanja Vidic nowadays. So second player to go in the GOAT section is none other than Rio Ferdinand's partner, Nemanja Vidic. It's ironic really that they're both in the GOAT section when they played together for so many years, but absolutely rock solid. Nemanja Vidic, again, how lucky were we to have him at his prime. So Nemanja Vidic goes in GOAT for me. Johnny Evans. This is controversial because we've seen different types of Johnny Evans. We've seen 2 different Johnny Evans. Do I think Johnny Evans is a GOAT? This is the only... I'm going to do process of elimination. Do I think Johnny Evans is a GOAT? No. Do I think Johnny Evans will go down as a legend of the club? Probably not. Do I think Johnny Evans is an elite player or was an elite player? I'm not so sure. I'm not going to put him there. I'm going to put him in great. I don't think Johnny Evans was an elite player for us. I think he was a great player for us. So Johnny Evans in great for me. Just doesn't quite justify that elite, legendary or GOAT for me. I'm not sure what you guys think. Am I being harsh there? Let me know if you think I'm being harsh there. It feels a little bit harsh, but I just can't justify it. I just can't. We'll put Johnny Evans in the great section. But so far, we've had nobody below the great section, which is a good start. I'm sure we'll probably see a few in there that drop to the bench level, or hopefully not championship level. Manchester United should not have had a championship level defender play with them. But we will see. Gary Neville. I miss Gary Neville being a player. Obviously, I think we see far too much of Gary Neville now on TV. And in terms of commentating on Manchester United, he does my absolute head in. But I like Gary Neville as a person. I really liked him as a player. He epitomises what hard work and where hard work can get you, I feel. Not blessed with... He's not blessed with oozing amounts of talent, but what an absolute hard worker, and the passion and everything else alongside him as a person got him to where he is, and he will be a legend of Manchester United. So I don't think he's a GOAT. I'm not going to put Gary Neville in a GOAT, but I think he's definitely a legend of Manchester United. So I will put Gary Neville in my legendary section. That probably again does seem harsh, and please do let me know if you would put him in the GOAT section, but I think I'm going to have to go for legendary for Gary Neville. And I think he's the first player that I've put in legendary, so we've got a good mixture there so far, I think. But yeah, Gary Neville, legend of the club, not a GOAT for me. Probably slightly, maybe a little bit controversial. Please do let me know what you think. Patrice Evra, again... Huge player for us. Like, cannot knock Patrice Evra. He has got it all as well. He's got talent. He's got that passion. He's got that strength. He's got that mentality. I've not seen many players with the mentality of Patrice Evra. He has got the mentality of a robot. He really does. And we've massively missed that mentality. And I think all of football misses that mentality. He is literally like a robot. So, process of elimination will start from the bottom. Is he a championship level player? Not in a million years. Is he a bench player? Not in a million years. Is he a great player? Yes. Is he above a great player? Yes. Is he above elite player? Yes. Or I think he's teetering between legendary and elite for me. Will he go down as a Manchester United legend? We've got to not blur the lines there between, is he a Manchester United legend, or was he in a legendary team for Manchester United? And that's where I'm struggling a little bit with them blurred lines. What I am going to say is, I think I will put him in... Go on, I'll put him in legendary. Why not? I don't have to pay to put him in legendary, so why am I being tight with it? I'll put him in as a legendary Manchester United fullback. Why not? Let me know where you would put Patrice Evra. Please let me know where you put Patrice Evra, because this is a difficult one for me. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Ooh, this is a test. Now, when Aaron Wan-Bissaka came to us, what a defender. Probably the best 1v1 defender we've had in a long time. He is ridiculous. Players fear Aaron Wan-Bissaka 1v1 because he does things that are ridiculous to even imagine a defender being able to do. Attacking wise, probably lets him down a little bit. So I don't think I'm going to cross off GOAT, I'm going to cross off legendary, and I'm going to cross off elite. I don't think he's in the elite bracket for me. I think it will be between bench level and great. Do I think he has to offer what we need? No, I don't think he does. Do I think that he is a good player? Yes, I do. So I can't put him in elite, I don't think. But I can... No, definitely can't put him in elite. Can I put him in great, or can I put him in bench level? I don't think I can put him in great. I really don't. At his very best, he was great defensively, but still always lacked that attacking mindset. So if somebody is not an all-rounder, can I really put them in the great section? And would we pick him now? Probably not. As to why we sold him, So I would have to go with bench player for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I do really hope that things start looking up for him, because I do really like him as a person and I really do rate him as a player, but just not enough to come off of the bench for us. Not enough to start off of the bench for us at the moment. But it will be interesting to see where his career goes due to him being in a side that potentially are looking like they're going to get relegated. But yeah, I wish all the best for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I really enjoyed the time that we had with him. We've had some really good games with Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and I really like him as a person and as a footballer. Like, you can't, the highs he gave us with them tackles he puts in are ridiculous. Like, he is a really good 1v1 defender. Just quite lets himself down in the attacking aspect. But yeah, bench player for me, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. That is our first bench player as well, and it's Aaron Wan-Bissaka, because I do really like him. But what can we do? We have to be honest at the end of the day. Let me know where you would put Aaron Wan-Bissaka, please, because I feel harsh putting him in there, but I can't justify anything above a bench player. Jaap Stam. Big Jaap Stam, the big Dutch man. Not a very long United career. I think he's an elite. I can't judge him based off of his Manchester United career. Huge talent. Can't deny that. Will he go down as a Manchester United legend? Probably not. Will he go down as an absolute legend of the game? Probably. Can I put him in GOAT? No, I wouldn't say so. Can I put him in legendary? I probably could, but not legendary in a Manchester United shirt. So I think we would go legendary. I'm going to put him in legendary, but not in a Manchester United shirt, because he is phenomenal. So yeah, clarifying them differences. Legendary in general in terms of his position and him as a player, not legendary in terms of Manchester United career, because it was short-lived. But yeah, I hope that you guys don't kill me for that one. But he has to go in. He has to go in legendary for me. In terms of Manchester United, he'd probably go in elite, but he's an absolute talent, isn't he? So, and brick wall, big Dutch man. So Jaap Stam is in legendary for me. Chris Smalling. Now, Chris Smalling, we will have to do process of elimination, because very up and down his Manchester United career. Very up and down. Came in as a really good player, I feel. Left as not a really good player. All round, probably solid. If there was an option on there for solid, I'd probably put that. Do we put him in GOAT? Definitely not. Do we put him in legendary? Definitely not. Do we put him in elite? I think he is between great and... No, he's not between great and elite. I don't think he's an elite defender. But then when he left us, he was good. No, I've got to put him in great. I can't justify putting him in elite. I really can't. That's a tough one. That really is a tough one. That is a tough one. What do I do? Chris Smalling. What do I do with you, Chris Smalling? I think I've got to stick to my guns and put him in great. Yeah, we've had so many defenders. He can't be one of our elite defenders. Yeah, let's go elite. No, not elite. What am I saying? Let's go great. But right at the top of great, I would feel. Just not enough to be elite. So top of great. Yeah, top of great. Stop, I'm digging myself a hole. Top of great. Ashley Young. Ooh, considering he's still playing, I don't know. We'll have to do, I don't know. Definitely not a GOAT. Definitely not a legend. Definitely not elite. There's an argument for him in great. I mean, in terms of him in the Premier League, he probably is great. If I'm going to put Chris Smalling in that category, he should probably be in that category as well. He had a lot to offer in his Premier League career. So we'll go great for Ashley Young. Why not? Let's be nice. Doesn't quite warrant the bench player. We'll take him in his prime. Definitely great. So Ashley Young is a great player. Raphael Varane. Now, Raphael Varane, although his career was at the back end, although when we had him at United it was at the back end of his career, I think that Raphael Varane, again like Jaap Stam, will probably go down as one of the defensive greats. What he achieved at Real Madrid was absolutely incredible. No one can take that away from him. He was a massive, massive part of that, as was Casemiro, for example. Do I think that he's a Manchester United GOAT? No. But I think that he is a legend of the game. I do think he is a legend of that performance and of that position, And I think he'll probably go down as a Real Madrid legend. So we should really put Raphael Varane in legendary, and let's not take away from him. Some of the performances he put in a United shirt were absolutely incredible, considering we're at the tail end of his career as well. I wouldn't have changed us getting him because he is just a mentality workhorse as well. Really, really glad we got to experience Raphael Varane, and I think he loves the club. He genuinely does love the club, so he should go in as a legend of the game. So I'm going to put Raphael Varane in the legendary section. Eric Bailly. Eric Bailly. Wow. What can we say about Eric Bailly? What we can say about Eric Bailly is his injury record is probably of a championship level. But him, top performance, he's literally the most ridiculous player that I think any of us have ever seen. That man, no wonder he's injured all the time. He literally does backflips and roly-polies and insides out and upside down and overhead kicks to clear the ball and smashes his head off the bar. I don't know. The guy is an absolute nut job. He is a nut job. Is he a Manchester United GOAT? No. Is he a Manchester United legend? No. Is he an elite player? No. I think his energy, his injury record massively takes him down, so I can't put him any higher than a great player. I don't think he's a bench player because I think as a centre-back he kind of does tick every box. He's strong, he's quick, he has a good understanding of the game, good reading of the game. He can keep up in intense situations, but his injury record does massively let him down, and his career really didn't hit those heights because of his injury proneness, I guess. So Eric Bailly cannot go any higher than great for me. Yeah, let me know if you... I don't think many people would have put him above great, surely. Let me know if you would have put him above great, but also let me know if you would have put him below great. Surely he's not a bench warmer. Oh, but then his injury prone, so that could really put someone off. So Eric Bailly for me is a great player and has solidly cemented his place in the great position for me. Tyrell Malacia. Well, I think his current position sums it up really. I don't think he is even a Manchester United bench player, if I'm honest. Certainly not a GOAT, certainly not a legend, certainly not elite, definitely not great. He is between a bench player and a championship level player for me. He reminds me of somebody that would get promoted with a team into the Premier League. So does that makes it really, really difficult for me. Do I put him in championship or do I put him in bench player? I think I'm going to put him at the bottom of... I think nobody should go in the championship level. I think that's unfair to put anyone in that apart from Sancho. But I think Malacia has got to go at the bottom of bench player, teetering on that edge. Just because from what we've seen of him in a United shirt, I know we've had good times with him in a United shirt, but are they because of him individually or just because of the good times that we have had in them games? It's really, really difficult. Him as a player, I'm not a fan of his attitude. He's had issues with Amorim since Amorim's come in. He's like Rashford's little... I'm not going to say it because I don't think it's good for YouTube. And yeah, just overall... don't think much of him. So in my opinion, I'm going to put him at the bottom of bench player. Where would you put Tyrell Malacia? Please let me know where you put him. It's a very interesting one actually because he is finding himself back in around the squad at Manchester United, but I think he's someone we should just move on. I mean, how long has he been there now? Everyone thought he had died for a long period because we just hadn't seen him anywhere. He was like ceased to exist type thing. So yeah, I think someone who potentially there's rumours around him dying. should he still be at United? And nobody really particularly cared at the time where he was or why he wasn't back and how long it was going to take for him to get back. So I think we should just get him gone. Yeah, so bottom of bench player for me. Hopefully he moves on in the future. Dennis Irwin. Now, I'm not going to lie and say that I've seen a lot of Dennis Irwin, because I haven't. I didn't watch much of Dennis Irwin growing up because I'm not old enough. What I can say is the impact that he left in United is a huge one. I think he will definitely be a United legend. It's just whether we put him at GOAT or legendary. And I don't think, considering I haven't watched him that often, I don't think he can go in GOAT for me. But I think he is a GOAT, especially at Manchester United. And if I've got the likes of Rio Ferdinand and Nemanja Vidic there, arguments are to be had of whether he could drop into that as well. So for argument's sake, I'm going to put Dennis Irwin as a GOAT. Because he is, like, I guess he is, isn't he? Like, I don't have to have watched his career game in, game out to know that he's a GOAT of the game. So yeah, I'll be nice. I'm going to put him in the GOAT section. Why not, eh? Why not? It's my channel. I do what I want. I'll put him in there if I want to put him in there. And I am. Just as if I wanted to put him in the championship level, I would. Rafael da Silva. Well. Look, I'm not going to massively talk about Rafael da Silva. I think he's a solid player. Would he probably get in and around the squad now? Probably, considering we've got Dalot. And I think he's a damn sight better than Dalot. So yeah, I'm not going to put him as GOAT because I don't think he's a Manchester United GOAT. I don't think he's a legend either. I don't think he is elite. So I have to go great. I'm going to put him in great. Right. So now having done the previous Manchester United defenders, we are going to go into the current Manchester United defenders that play for us as of right now. So let's start then with none other than Harry Maguire. Where would we rank Harry Maguire in that list? I think Harry Maguire's been with us for a long time now. I think 8 seasons, is it? Harry Maguire's been with us. So we have to take that into account. We have to take in the ups and downs into account. Is Harry Maguire a GOAT? No, he's not a GOAT of the game. He's not a legend of the game. I don't think Harry Maguire will even go down as a legend of the Premier League, let alone a legend in a defender position. Is he elite in his position? I would say no. Is he great in his position? I would say on and off. Can somebody that is up and down and quite inconsistent in that position be put in that category? But I don't think he's a bench warmer either. It is difficult because we can either get 100% out of Harry Maguire or we can get... to be fair, he's been a lot more consistent in recent times, but I think that has to play into account with the broader choices we have of centre-back as well. But I'm not going to do him a disjustice. He's come clutch for us a lot. So I will put Harry Maguire in above a bench player because I think he deserves that. So Harry Maguire is a great player for me. Right, Matthijs de Ligt. This season, bloody hell, elite. This season, elite. He's still very young. He's not a Manchester United GOAT. He's not a Manchester United legend. He could be elite. He could be. Is he right now? No, I wouldn't say just yet. Potentially, he definitely could be. So I'm going to put de Ligt in great. He's definitely not a bench player. He's got big potential. He always has done. I just hope that he can live up to that in a Manchester United shirt. So de Ligt is also a great defender for me. So that's already two great defenders. Would you have, if you'd have asked me last season, would I be saying this? Probably not. But yeah, I'm happy to put de Ligt in great because he's performing at that really high level and arguably one of the best Premier League centre-backs this season. So yeah, I'll put de Ligt in great. Lenny Yoro then. Yeah, this is a difficult one because he's obviously very young. I don't think he's certainly not Championship level. I don't even think that he is a bench player. I think it would be hard to put him below great. He's definitely not elite just yet. But he could be legendary. He could be be very, very good. He's showing the potential to be a top defender, and I hope he can do that. But as of right now, I think he's great, and he has to stay there for me. Diogo Dalot. This is tough because he is genuinely, I just don't think he can do some good things. Majority, I just don't think he's good enough. I just don't think he's good enough to get in this team. Do I think he's championship level? No. I would say he's probably a mid-table Premier League team. He is probably a player that could do well in a mid-table Premier League team, or the likes of like consistently okay teams like Roma, Villarreal, teams like that are good teams, nice attacking teams, play with attacking wing backs. But for us, I just don't think he's good enough. He's not good enough defensively. He's not good enough in the attack. He's not good enough off the ball. He's not good enough on the ball. So he has to be a bench player for me. I'm not going to do him a disservice by putting him in the championship level, because I think that's harsh for anybody. But he is no higher than a bench player for me. So Diogo Dalot is my first current United player that is currently sitting on the bench, unfortunately. Will he be the only one? We'll have to find out. But where would you put Diogo Dalot? I know he's a very, very what's the word? He's an up and down subject, isn't he? It's hard to quite pin what we need from him. But I think the less we need from him, the better. And we need to have somebody in that position that can give us a lot. And I don't think is that person. We've had him for long enough now to be able to see that I don't think he can deliver that for us. And by now, we should be knowing that. We should be knowing, is he good enough? And we've not seen an argument that he is. So sadly, I don't think he is. That just proves I don't think that he is. Mazraoui. Mazraoui. The only thing letting Mazraoui down is his injuries. We didn't really speak about that with De Ligt, did we? We didn't really speak about De Ligt's injuries, but Mazraoui's injuries do let him down. He's definitely not a championship level player. He's definitely not I don't think he's a bench player, but I can't put him any higher than great. So he sits in great as well for me. And yeah, so Mazraoui is a great player. Nothing more, nothing less at this current moment in time. I do think he could be elite. I don't think he could quite, from what we've seen so far, I don't think he could quite hit legendary or GOAT. But well, you never know. You never know. It'd be silly to write someone off. But I don't think he's quite at that elite bracket yet either. If he was a little bit more consistent with his injuries. Without his injuries, then it could be a case to have. Luke Shaw. I think he's a bit of a Man United favourite. Now, Luke Shaw, I'm going to go from... Will he go down as a... He's been at United for 12 years now, so will he go down as a Manchester United legend? I don't think so. Will he go down as an elite Manchester United player? He could. He genuinely could. He genuinely could. He has to have a little bit of a redemption arc to be able to do so. I think he is a good player. I think he has been one of our best in that position for a while. I think him fit is definitely the pick that we would pick. Yeah, so I'm not sure. Right now, I don't think he's quite elite. Well, I don't know. If you take his whole career into consideration, he could be elite. See, he has probably arguably been better for us than... Oh, I don't know. Has he been better for us than Harry Maguire? He's very injury prone as well, Luke Shaw, isn't he? No, I'll put Luke Shaw in great. I'll put him in great. But his redemption arc could get him into elite. And Patrick Dorgu we will finish on. Patrick Dorgu. So, Patrick Dorgu, there is something in him. There is. You can't deny there isn't something in Patrick Dorgu. It's just how far he can go with that, I guess. And we need to see that, but I'm not sure that we will. He looked really good when he first came in. He's had a few ups and downs since that. He's only just recently come back with injury, I think, hasn't he? But by the by, anyway, he's not, I don't think he is he's definitely not a championship level player. Is he a bench player? I would say probably right now. Yeah, I would say probably right now. He's not at the level of Mazraoui just yet, I wouldn't say. But I definitely think by the end of this season even, he could be a lot more improved. We just need to get that consistency from him, and hopefully Amorim gives him that opportunity to be able to get in and really cement that position. I'm sure under a manager like Amorim, he will get that opportunity, and hopefully Amorim will grow and give him the experience and time that he needs in that position. So that is how the current Manchester United players fare up to the previous Manchester United players. I'm sure you can all understand the lack of GOAT and Legendary in there, and even Elite. I don't think anyone got into Elite, but De Ligt is certainly on his way, as well as Will Yorobi, and hopefully Mazraoui and Luke Shaw can, well, Mazraoui definitely with the potential, but can Luke Shaw get that this season? I'm not too sure. But yeah, I'll leave it there. That is how they fare up against one another. Obviously a big difference in quality overall, but that's expected, isn't it? We're not at the level that we were in them years, and hopefully one day we can. And will it be with these players? We don't know. But overall then, please, please, please do get involved as much as possible. I've really, really enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, please do like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you all very, very soon. Take care, everyone.